13-22 and 13-21 is very similar. It says refer to exercise 5, the regression equation it gives us, and this tells us what the sample size is, and the standard error is 0.22. So it says use the 0.05 significance. Can we conclude that the slope of the regression line is less than 0? So again, let's put our hypothesis in there, and the slope I got is b, and so my alternate hypothesis kind of goes along with what they say. Can we conclude that the slope of the regression line is less than 0? So my alternate is h sub 1 is that b is less than 0, so my h sub 0 is that b is greater than 0, and it gives us n, right? N minus 2, or our degrees of freedom then, is 6. Okay, and its significance they give us is 0.05, so now we have to find our critical t, and since we're doing a lesson, it's going to be negative. We just find the t that's associated with the degree of freedoms of 6, one-tailed 0.05, right? One-tailed 0.05, come down to 6, which is right here. So it's going to be a minus 1.943. So my critical t, so I'm going to reject the null if t is less than minus 1.943. And for this one, again, this is kind of just checking the sample, I believe. Test for the slope. Yeah, to see if our slope might be in compliance given the sample size and those types of things. So I've got the b minus 0. I haven't figured that out yet. To me, something minus 0 is always whatever the something is, but I don't know. Divided by the standard error, that's what the big S stands for, standard error of b. Okay, and it's given us those things, right? It tells us that b is a minus 0.96 and that the standard error is at 0.22. So I got plug this in. Let's do it the right way. So I got a t is equal to, there's b. Oops, I better put a parenthesis. So I got a parenthesis, b minus 0 in parentheses divided by standard error. So I got a minus 0.436, and so it's less than, so I reject the null, okay, and I accept the alternative that yes, the slope is less than 0. I'm pretty happy about that, and so I would, if I got to interpret the results, I should, does it say to do that? Yeah. Can we, so we say yes, we can determine that the slope is less than 0. One other way, if you look at the regression, if you did this on the regression, okay, and I went back to 5, right, because that was the one that was in question, and it gives us the intercept, the 29.9, right, and the slope, okay, is minus that. Here's the standard error that they're talking about, and it's 0.21, okay, and so how do I calculate it to get to the t-stat, right, is what we were looking for. And this one comes up with minus 4.41, and we came up with something a little bit different, 4.36, so we're off by 0.05, and that's just in the rounding, right? So it calculates it for you. If you want to test it and see if you've done it right, okay, it does calculate it for you, but I'd like you guys to do it the hard way, of course.